What's the number one thing that you do to keep a relationship thriving instead of wilting?
The platinum rule. I think everybody thinks about life, dating, relationships as a golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated, but majority of it, I think, comes from treating others how they want to be treated.
Yeah.
So showing up for somebody how they want to be shown up for,
Yeah.
not how you think you should show up for them.
Do you ever worry like having so many plants around will ultimately give you plantar fasciitis?
No, no, I'm very happy with all my plans. So no, I'm not. That was terrible, by the way. That was terrible. That was terrible.
Guys, welcome to Table for One. Kossi now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I said it super fast so I didn't mess it up.
No,
Yeah.
you did it.
Okay. You also just told me 2 seconds ago how to say it. So if I would have forgot then, that would have been bad. But could I just get your age?
Yeah, I'm 29 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Same. We're all 29 here.
No, I'm 28.
Oh, September, my bad.
I got 2 weeks.
Okay. You're the plant daddy.
Yeah, something like that.
The plant daddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you only date women that resemble poison ivy? She's kind of like a plant.
You know, hey, look, is she fertile? I'm playing. No, I don't only date women that resemble poison ivy.
Do you do role play with them and you make them,
Unfortunately, I don't.
I'm sorry I started off like that. My bad. Dude, where did your love of shrubbery come from?
Honestly, I don't ever tell this story publicly, I guess. So
Okay.
you might probably be the first person who gets
great.
it. So when I was dating, this was probably like almost 8 years ago.
Yeah.
My ex used to come home with an orchid all the time, and she wouldn't take care of it. They would die, and she'd buy like the expensive ones and just like replace them, like broke college student. And so I started learning how to take care of them. I was like, we can't keep doing this. 6 months later, they're reblooming. And I learned about a lot of other plants from there. When I bought my first house, I was your typical millennial gray, minimalist, you know, and
Got the gray sheets, got the
everything.
Yeah.
White, gray, the only colors you're gonna find in my house. But I was like, the only color I'm gonna actually have in my house is green.
Yeah.
So I started just stocking up with plants, and I liked it, and just kept going from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many do you have right now?
Right now, I've got about a little over 150.
150 plants in the
Probably
house?
over 150 right now. It used to be like over 300.
Okay.
I've been trying to turn my house into a home, not a jungle.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy. You're in good shape.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see through right now, but give them a flex. I'm just kidding. Do you run off of photosynthesis as well?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long has it been since you've been collecting plants? I mean, you'll just go to the store and grab something? Or?
Yeah, a little over 8 years. So I grab the same plants probably
Yeah.
like 3-4 times sometimes. I grab something brand new.
Yeah.
If I go to Home Depot, if I'm at a convenience store, grocery store, whatever.
Yeah, they love to see you come.
My first stop isn't what I'm there for. It's the plant section. So if I go anywhere and they got a plant section, that's my first stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, did you break up with that gal because she couldn't take care of an orchid?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, unfortunately not.
Yeah, okay. Favorite plant that's got a special place in your heart.
Favorite plant, a fiddle leaf fig.
Okay.
I think a lot of people think they fiddle around too much.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty calm. They just want to be left where they're happy, and they kind of just thrive from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think like your ability to provide and nurture plants draws more women into your life because they see you can actually take care of something?
I would say yes and no.
Okay.
I think finding a nurturing man today is probably hard. I think in general, finding anybody, male or female, who's able to nurture somebody is hard. So I do think it does attract a lot of women into my life.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes it also drives people away from it. because some people think that that's all my life is.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So I think it's
She's like, come to bed. I know I got to water the plants again.
yeah, and some people do think like
Yeah.
that, especially having a social media presence.
Right.
They think your life is social media, where it's not. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you could put a plant to your experience with dating in Denver, what plant would that be?
What plant would it be?
A cactus?
No, it wouldn't be a cactus.
A hard question.
Nah, it'd be a croton.
Is that a word?
A croton.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's the plant.
Okay. Yeah,
A croton.
Yeah.
Look at you ever go to the store and see those little brown, yellow plants? They're like
so-
fall-like leaves.
And why is it? Give me the
In the plant, like
analogy.
in the horticultural space, in the plant space, people who are actually planty people, that's probably got to be one of the least undesirable plants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
it's
you'll
very-
never find one at my house.
It's very undesirable.
Yeah, it's undesirable.
Okay, and that's how you feel about Denver dating.
I think yes, I used to think it was undesirable dating in Denver. Now I think it's undesirable dating. Well, I think it's undesirable dating anywhere.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, because most people don't date for the right reasons, and I think people today think the grass is always greener on the other side.
Okay.
And it's really not. So they get stuck within the serial dating realm.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's just a Denver thing. I think it's a everywhere thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Generational too.
Ask me that question.
What did I just say? Plants?
What's
What
your
do you think about
saying?
dating in Denver?
Plant wise, I think my experience has been a Venus flytrap. I just keep getting eaten up because I'm way too fly.
I like that one. I like
Thank
that
you.
one. That was clean. That was clean. That was clean. That was smooth. That was smooth. If I was a girl, I probably was wishing I was a fly right now. I'd be like,
Oh, this is a question I have. Why do you think Isaac is still single?
it's not the dad jokes. Those are clean. Those are clean. It's not the dad jokes. I'll tell you that.
I hate you, man.
I
hate you.
About first hype man we've ever had.
Oh yeah, it's not a shit on Isaac episode.
No, it's not.
It's
Not
a
today.
Oh, dude, do you want to do a segment real quick? Brought to you by our sponsor.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna roll the sponsor. All right, and we're back, guys. We're back. Kossi's here. Hey, we're gonna test you on your knowledge of plants. Okay. What is this one? Oh shit! What is this one?
That's a snake plant.
Oh, yeah, it says it on the back.
All
there,
right.
snake
All
plant.
right. All right.
Okay.
Too easy.
Too easy. Yeah, yeah. What about this plant?
That's a monstera.
Okay. What about what is this plant?
It's upside down. It's sideways.
Is that? I don't know. It looks like
That's
a whole bunch of
that's just
things.
marijuana.
I was like,
Just-
I gave that up a long time ago. So,
Okay. What is this plant?
oh, it's the Purina factory.
Correct. Yeah, not a nuclear plant. I can smell it from here. Oh my god. What about this plant right here? Oh shit. Here, we're working on this podcast.
Oh, that's a palm, a cat palm.
okay.
You probably got it wrong on there.
What about this plant?
I have no idea who that plant is.
That is Kim Philby. He's a Soviet Union spy plant, and he infiltrated MI6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're done.
We're done.
Oh.
I'm looking at the marijuana picture. I'm like,
Yeah.
the printer did a terrible job.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this
Yeah.
could be anything.
Isaac said, "Are you sure you don't want those bigger?" I know, they're fine. Oh man. Okay, a woman comes into your life,
Okay.
love of your life.
Okay.
She gives you an ultimatum: me or the plants.
Oh, The plants are gonna go, but I'm probably gonna have a greenhouse somewhere she probably doesn't know about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On the down low. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever worry like having so many plants around will ultimately give you plantar fasciitis?
No. No. I'm very happy with all my plants. So no. No, I'm not. That was terrible, by the way. That was terrible. That was terrible.
I thought that was really good when I was writing that this morning.
He's been waiting for that one. He's
Yeah,
been waiting for that
I
one.
thought that was really good. I thought that was, hey, you want to do one more segment brought to you by our sponsor?
Yeah, bring on the next sponsor.
We got 2 sponsors?
Yeah, we got 2 sponsors.
Let's
today.
go.
All right, let's roll the tape. Yep. Okay. I wonder what our second sponsor is going to be today. That's anyway. Hey, this segment is called the Garden of Love. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to ask you some dating questions, and just give me your 2 cents on them. They don't have to be not a professional dating coach or anything like that, but in your life. So what's the number one thing that you do to keep a relationship thriving instead of wilting?
The platinum rule. I think everybody thinks about life, dating, relationships as a golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated, but majority of it, I think, comes from treating others how they want to be treated.
Yeah.
So showing up for somebody how they want to be shown up for, not how you think you should show up for them.
Okay. So listening to them, maybe
Basically.
they have different love languages.
Yeah.
Maybe they have. Okay.
Yeah, communication.
Yeah, communication.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Have you ever done that?
No.
Okay. What roots do you think every strong relationship needs?
Roots, coming to the table, solution oriented.
Okay.
So whether you're arguing when things are bad, making sure you're not showing up, like still heated,
Yeah.
pulling up, talking about I got time today. Like you should pull up and say like I'm ready to I have a solution, right? Already come with a solution or come with the intent to resolve an issue, and things like that.
Do you have certain values that you look for in a woman that you need to
Yeah.
have on her side that,
Yeah, a giver. I'm naturally a big giver. And often as a giver, a lot of people just take and they drain you, and then you become an enabler.
Yeah.
And so today, I naturally, first and foremost, probably look for a giver. I'm bad at asking for stuff, verbalizing things like that. So naturally, I want somebody who is a natural giver.
Yeah.
So we kind of balance each other out really well, and then just a genuinely good person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say is that too much to ask for, ladies? Yeah. Okay, next question in this segment. What's the biggest weed that you've ever had to pull out of your love life?
The biggest weed that I've had to pull out of my love life.
These are hard
Oh,
questions, by the way. Sorry.
that's
man.
tough.
I
No,
know,
you're
I know.
good.
Yeah, this is something we'd ask a dating coach or something.
The biggest weed I've ever had to pull out of my love life was learning when to walk away. Again, I was born in Togo, so West Africa. I know how to take care of people. I know how to support people, and I really don't know how to give up on people. And so, as long as I see some sort of growth, some sort of effort, I'm gonna rock with my person.
Yeah.
So the biggest weed I've probably ever had to pull from a relationship was learning when to walk away, even because it was the best for me, and finally choosing myself instead of continuously choosing somebody else.
Right. I mean, so like you look back on relationships, and it's like, oh, I should have got out of there when I first.
I should have got out of there probably after like 6 months, a year, and I was in there for like 4 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
that's draining, dude. That's
but I think I still would rather that, and I think relationships are about 2 individuals fighting for each other, 3, 4, whatever you like.
Yeah.
But I think people are too easy to give up on people, right? But I would never recommend somebody going until they have like no drop to give at all ever again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good advice. That's good advice.
I love it.
So some plants are known to be toxic. What toxic trait do you avoid at all costs?
Toxic traits that I avoid. Oh, just a rude, disrespectful person. You don't know how to say please, thank you. Just really selfish, selfish personalities.
Do you see that often here? Or
You peep stuff like that. Yeah, you
Okay.
peep stuff like that, and this is like basic, like deep, like basic, like the most basic traits you can have.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah.
I mean, sometimes you don't find that out until you're already in
Later.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always and people have said it on here before, but it's like, how do you treat a waiter or waitress? You know, like that can as well. Sometimes they mess up. You know, it's not a big deal. Okay, so I mean, how do you keep the romance blooming? Say you're in a relationship.
Oh, say I'm in a relationship. Naturally, I know how to take care of people. So for me, I'm a acts of service type of person. So just showing up, whether it's the littlest things from making breakfast, the littlest thing, I know you're getting off of work late.
Yeah.
So the house is already clean, whatever you need, but it's also coming back home and be like, hey, we're going to the airport. I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere, right?
You want to take me on a date? Damn,
you said what?
You want to take me on a date?
But honestly, I think it's just kind of keeping things moving, right? Being caring, but also being spontaneous, and showing up for your person. So a little bit of everything, like doing a little bit of everything in each bucket, consistently. To just keep.
It's hard to do. It's something like you got to keep top of mind, and then keep doing it. Even when you're stressed out, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, not for me. If you had to, nah, you already answered that one. End of segment, guys.
You can ask it again. I'll probably have a different answer.
Yeah, essentially, how do you transplant yourself out of a relationship that wasn't growing? So,
getting out of a relationship that's not growing, I think that's when you probably need to be selfish, right? In relationships, you're constantly thinking about the other person. If you know 100% within yourself, you've done everything you possibly can to try to mold, save, and glue that relationship back together, and it's not reciprocated. The other person isn't giving back and pouring back into the relationship and yourself the way you are. Choose yourself.
Okay.
Right? So I think just deciding to choose yourself because somebody isn't choosing you or the relationship you're in. Okay. So that'd be one of the one time in a relationship I think you should be selfish.
Dude, I don't know if I could. If somebody was asking me these questions, I would have no idea how to answer them.
I would be the most boring guest.
I'd be like, maybe. Like all your answers are very good. That's why I like being on this side. Just come up with dumb jokes and
yeah.
What he's trying to say is you're doing a great.
You're doing a great job, dude. This is
It's because I nurture.
Plants, yeah.
Also, I'm gonna get y'all some plants.
Yeah, we don't have one real plant. In this
all of these are
apartment.
fake. All of these are fake. So I'm gonna get y'all some.
We put a plant in the plant behind you.
I see that. I peeped that. Yeah, and I'm gonna get y'all some real plants.
Okay. Thank you.
They'll die in a week. But
no. We can.
We're gonna teach you guys how to nurture.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, kind of getting back to. Maybe the Denver. I mean, seems like, and I'm sure it's not, but it seems like a majority of women just have such a bad taste in their mouth about dating in Denver. I mean, why do you think that is?
Honestly, I think it's because of who they choose.
Okay.
I do think dating is probably very similar anywhere. Because I used to think, it's the women in Denver. It's not the women in Denver. It's the people that I chose to preoccupy myself with, to invest my time in, right? And so if you have a type, you should probably walk away from your type.
Yeah.
Right? If you find yourself in the same situations over and over and over again, that's a you issue, not a Denver issue.
Yeah.
But I will also say, for somebody who's 29, I think most men today who are happy with themselves, who are thriving in life, and who are in a specific space probably aren't out actively looking for somebody to come into their life, right? They probably have different priorities, different areas of focus that probably doesn't toss him out to the wolves.
Yeah. So the guy,
the dating life, so he's probably chilling.
Yeah.
Right. He's probably trying to protect his peace.
2 a.m.
Yeah. He's probably trying to protect his peace. Like I'm outside with my friends a lot lately. I left my corporate job. several months ago. So I'm spending a lot of time with my friends. But when I go out, you'll rarely ever. I'm out to spend time with my friends.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna meet the love of my life out at the bar. So I'm not out shooting shots at somebody at 2 in the morning,
They're
at 1
shooting
in the
shots
morning.
at you though.
Sometimes, you
Okay.
feel me? And if I am shooting
Yeah.
if I do shoot a shot at you, it's probably for one of two reasons, right? We're both extremely attracted to each other. I know I may never see you again, and I'm okay with that. Or I do think, wow, if I walked away from this person today, I'm probably still going to be thinking about her tomorrow. So respectfully, I am going to shoot my shot and see what transpires from that.
Okay. So say there's a guy in our vicinity right now that doesn't like going up to women and saying hi. You know, what's your advice? For
Oh,
somebody?
wow.
Not Isaac though. It's not Isaac.
No, Isaac,
No,
look,
no.
Isaac don't even
Couldn't
gotta
be
say
me.
nothing. You see them eyes?
Hey, this
You
is
don't gotta
this is
say
Hype Up
nothing.
Isaac episode. Yeah.
No, if you're a guy
Yeah.
and you're scared to go talk to a woman, or you're anxious about speaking to a woman, maybe take a step back, take a deep breath, and just start with, "Hey, how are you doing?" Right? If you also took the approach of not hitting on her, it'll probably be a lot easier, because initially, when you're out and about and you ever need to have a conversation with somebody and you address them or you approach them, there's a high chance that they probably are just like, "You get away from me," because you
Yeah.
never took the approach of just hard on, like hitting on somebody, right? So maybe walking up and saying, "Hey, how are you doing?" is a good place to start,
Yeah.
right? Are you having a good day today? That's a good place to start. Me personally, I love fashion. So if I see I'm probably gonna get a lot of heat for this, but most people in Denver, men and women,
Yeah.
they don't dress up spazzy. Most people in Denver don't know how to dress up, toes out, nails not did, like just like not properly groomed, and
Yeah.
cavemen, whatever, But a compliment goes a long way. "Oh my God, I love your jacket," right? Imagine walking up to somebody and saying, "Oh my God, I love your jacket," and they're like, "Ew, get away from me."
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
change the approach that you normally would change, or maybe go, if you're, as long as you're coming from a good place, like take it from there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you should
I
be
like it.
a plant and like a not a dating coach, but just like a confidence coach or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's all good stuff, dude. It's all good. You seem to have your life together, right? You seem to
Yeah.
have, like me, living in an apartment in debt right now. I mean, you got your own place. You're on track, a little farther than a lot of people that are 29. Does that make you choosier when you're looking for a partner?
100%. I've been in 2 long-term relationships in my life, with 2 amazing women. People grow apart, and that's okay. But throughout those long relationships, I've learned what I like, what I don't like, what I need to change about myself to be better for the next person who walks into my life. And going to therapy helps a lot. I think most men don't go to therapy. Most men don't even have the conversations they should be like having with their best friends. They internalize everything. And so I'm in a very good, healthy, happy, thriving place in my life. So it does make it harder for me to let somebody into my life who's gonna disturb that.
Yeah.
But I also have non-negotiables, for example. So that takes a pool of 100 to 10,
Yeah.
right? Am I physically attracted to you? That takes it to 5. Do we get on naturally? Is it 4? That takes it down to like 2 or 3, right? And then that kind of just like trickles on. Timing, right person, wrong time, right? I could be right now is a tough time in my life, unless the person I'm not dropping everything,
Yeah.
but I will make time to prioritize them,
Mhm.
right? But just because it's the right time for me doesn't mean it's the right time for them. But so I do think it makes it harder, because once you find, I used to be a lot more insecure some years ago, to where I felt like I needed somebody in my life.
Yeah.
Today I don't. I'm extremely happy alone. Have the right types of people around me. Life is good. So
You never get like a little lonely or say, I could use a
I got
companion right now?
2 dogs at my house that are
okay.
the best boys.
Are they golden doodles?
They're standard poodles.
Oh, standard poodles. Okay.
Yeah. So I got
Taking a
2
peek
boys
at
at home. It doesn't matter what type of day I'm having. I walk home, there's tails wagging, they're happy. So I don't ever get lonely per se. The times where you do get lonely or the moments where you want to share a specific moment with your person. Hey, I just had an achievement. I want to share that with my person, right? I'm having a nice meal and there's another plate left over.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you do think about like, wow, this would be nice to be sharing with somebody. But I think we all have that. But not in a, oh, I'm going to go out and try to find my person right now type of lonely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're not looking for, like a one-night stand or just something, with a little bit, not a long lifespan. I mean, you're kind of looking for a committed relationship.
So, yes. I'm 29.
Yeah.
I want kids. I want my own family. So, yes, I do want to find my person, my wife, the mother of my children, and everything like that. We're all adults. We all date. I would prefer not to have a one-night stand.
Yeah.
Even if I do have somebody in my life who's like we both communicate well, we get on well, but we probably are both in a space where probably dating isn't the best, but we enjoy each other's time. As long as that person isn't disturbing my peace, I'm not disturbing their peace. They're still adding onto my life in some way, and we're being respectful of each other. I'm okay with that type of temporary person in my life, but I'm not okay with it's like opening your door to a stranger who's just like constantly in and out, right? Yeah.
But sometimes it spices the life up a little
It does.
bit,
It does.
It can be fun sometimes.
It does. It might be in my car instead of in my house.
Yeah. Why are we fighting? I don't know. It's fun. Yeah. Okay. We were talking about this. I mean, if you're on a first date, you like the gal, are you trying to kiss her at the end?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. Read the room. Read the vibes. I think that's like very I had this conversation with one of my girlfriends the other day actually, and she's like, yeah, like I just get out of the car if like, I'm like, you're not saying bye, you're not. She's like, well, I do say bye, but I just like get out of the car. I don't want you to come out of the car, hug me. But she's like, most of the time she doesn't want to kiss somebody, and she's like, 99% of the times the dates that she's been on, a guy has attempted to kiss her.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's ridiculous. That means you can't read the room. I will always probably have a decent time on a date because I'm gonna have fun by myself regardless. I could talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But I also know how to read a room and say, is there sexual tension? Are we vibing well? How's our body language throughout this whole experience? Right? Is this a hug? Is this a, hey, I'm dropping you off? Like, watch you walk through the door. I'm gonna text you later. Even in situations where I may have like a lot of sexual tension, chemistry with somebody, I can wait until the next day.
Yeah.
And then there's also sometimes where you're just like looking at each other like, are you gonna make a move or are you gonna make a move? And it's like, it just flows well. So it's 50-50. I think it's about reading the room, reading the vibes. Either somebody like, whether she's making the first move or I'm making the first move. But for most parts, I do think it is like a mutual move. And if it's not, then, if I see you again, we take it from there. But
you ever have a gal swerve you?
Once.
That happened to me too.
Probably probably like 3 years ago. That did happen to me. And she was like, I promise you don't have the wrong idea. I just never kiss on a first date. So whether she was trying to make me feel good in that very moment or not, I'll never find out. I did find out the next day though. So we're all good there.
Okay. Yeah. I went to McDonald's after and then sat in my car and ate
some French fries and ice cream.
Oh man. Obviously you must have like, big following, right? Like big presence online. What's a wild DM that you've got?
A wild DM? Yeah. Oh, there's a lot. But most of them are funny. I think my audience is majority women. So it may so you take care of plants, you're a good dog dad, you're a good plant dad. How do you feel about being a stepdad? right? So
Yeah.
you get stuff like that. I might get like, oh Lord, some guys are the worst. Ladies, I am so
Guys
sorry.
are the worst.
Guys are the worst.
Yeah.
Like I'll post like I posted a picture with one of my guy friends.
Oh, sorry. No.
But
Oh,
it's a
not
good
our
thing these are
plan.
fake plans.
We forgot to water.
It's a good thing these are fake plans.
Yeah. They're real.
but-
They're all real.
I posted like a story with one of my guy friends.
Yeah.
And he like an attractive man. And some guy, probably like for like 3 weeks, just like sending me like train
Trains.
emojis.
Yeah.
You and your friend, train emojis. How do you feel about it? You know,
Yeah.
they're just like the most disturbing things
Yeah.
like that. You get a lot of like OnlyFans. You got a spicy page. You got that. How much for your underwear? How much for your socks?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Did you say like $8,000? Like,
I'm not gonna hold. Look, listen. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Some dude was in my DMs. He was like, "Can you send me some feet pics with your socks on?"
That's not bad.
I was bored. I was like, you know what? This gonna run you like $1,500.
Did he pay?
He was like, I'll even take my socks off. He was like, no. I want the socks on. I said, hold on. What is going on here? You just asked for a foot pic.
Yeah.
That's not. He was like, no, I want you with the sock. And I was like, okay, $1,500. He's like, come on, like your feet are already out.
Yeah.
I was like, but I don't got socks on. You got bare feet.
Yeah.
No, I didn't continue the. I honestly just wanted to know why you had that fetish, and also wanted to understand why you wanted a feet pic with just socks on. No,
we had a guy on. He had work boots, right?
Yeah.
Construction. Same pair of socks for 3 days. Ziplocked them, shipped them up to the guy because he was going to pay him some a good amount of money.
They pay.
Yeah.
They pay.
But I'm just thinking that's so fucking gross.
No, I can't live. One day, if I'm ever down bad, I know I'm gonna be all right. Feet pics, whatever. Me holding a plant pic, whatever you need, whatever you need, whatever you need.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
I know it'll get me out of being down bad.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I've never understood, like, because you hear those women complain about getting hit on by guys, and I'm always, I've always been like, oh, well, it's a compliment. Like, why, why are you mad about that? And like a month ago, I was out at the bars with some friends. This guy came up to me, introduced himself, like, hey, I'm Isaac. And his second line is, I loved getting effed in the ass. And that was the second thing he said to me. And it just gave me a whole new sympathy for women, if this is
and then
what
I
they're
didn't see him
dealing
for a
with,
couple
and
days after that.
Best night
Were
of
you
my
able
life.
to walk?
Yeah, but no, I feel like there's
We had a
some
comment
guys
on here.
out there.
So we were talking about like it might have been with Don, and he's a gay guy, but like all the gay comments on there were like all three at the same time, like shit like that. I'm like, this is
all
this
three
is-
raw.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that's a little much.
Yeah, they be freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, that's a little. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just not gonna. Yeah, a perfect date to impress a lady.
Yeah. Perfect date.
Yeah.
Perfect
He didn't
date.
say it like a question. That's a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
A perfect date to impress the lady. Well,
Question mark.
first and foremost, I do think you should understand the woman you're trying to take on a date.
Mhm.
You should understand her. I like a two-parter, right? It never has to get to the two parts, right? Having something ready, planned for afterwards. But I do like something engaging, something super chill where we can have proper conversations. So for me, like a speakeasy is like a speakeasy, something chill. But fellas, this one goes a long way. I think when you take time to cater, take time to plan something, not superficial or anything like that, like a picnic, right? Something super chill like a picnic. You make your own board. You make a salad, some sandwiches and things like that. Maybe you download a movie or something on your laptop, right?
Yeah.
Something super chill. Bring some cards. Just something chill, wholesome, where you're able to have some fun, have some games, do whatever. But it still creates a space where you can have chill, deep, intimate conversations. And it's showing somebody that like, wow, like this person took time to do this for me, right? you didn't have to go drop 100 bands. Like, you didn't have to go and break the bank or anything like that. But it probably would go a lot further than, you know, a 5-course meal at Shanahan's and da-da-da. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Never. You've never seen me taking a first date there. You know, interesting question. It's like, what is a masculine man to you?
A masculine man, when it comes to being in a relationship, there's two parts of that. Like I mentioned, I was raised in a Western African culture. Yeah. So I've never came home and my dad was like, I love you. My dad barely started telling me he loves me in my late 20s. Because I'm like, hey, these are things you say, you know. So I wasn't raised with emotions. I was raised with pay the bills. I was raised with put food on the table. I was raised with take care of your family, your people. He's also religious. So I come home. One day I got a full fridge full of food. The next day the neighbors got our food, right? So somebody who's just like giving, taking care of their people, right? No emotions. I've never really seen my dad down, and I've seen the stuff he's been through. So part of being masculine, to be honest, is just, you know, pushing through stuff, right? Provide, like, be a provider. That's the easiest way to describe that. But also, if you're in a relationship, being masculine does not mean owning somebody. It does not mean, you know, controlling them. Being masculine, like, for me, I want somebody who's independent on their own. But I want to be able to come into your space and allow you to be feminine, right? Create a space for you to be feminine. So whether that's you knowing that I could do whatever I want, and I know I'm gonna have a roof over my head. I could come home anxious, feeling like I can't have a conversation with this man, but he opens the doors and allows me to have that conversation, creating a safe space for your person, whether it's physically, emotionally, sexually, whatever the case may be. That's what being masculine in a relationship is about. It's allowing your woman to be feminine, right? Whether she's the most independent woman, strongest woman in the world, or whatever the case may be, she should be able to come home and be like, you know what, I could just be a woman because my man's got me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Is there? I mean, like, because I feel like a lot of women that want to be like nowadays in their masculine. And I just, you know, it's hard. It's hard for me too, because I feel like two people that are doing that, it just doesn't, you know, bid well. But I mean, is that something like if there's a very, you know, masculine woman or anything? That sounds bad, but you know, is it harder now? Do you feel like most women are in their masculine?
I think most women are starting to get away from that because they want to find their person. If I'm being transparent, I think most women are starting to get away from that.
You caught yourself there. You're gonna say
no. I think most women are genuinely trying to get away from that, because I'll see tweets and stuff, you know, like whoever decided that 50-50, blah, blah, blah. So I'm starting to see a lot more of women not going for that. And I'm starting to see a lot more women who are speaking up about, I never signed up for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay the first a bill on the first date. Mm-hmm. I want my man to take care of me. And so I think more women who do like that, you know, the gender roles. That's probably I think there's more women who miss having proper gender roles today that are starting to vocalize it and are stepping away from the me, Miss Independent, you know what I mean? And you can still be independent with the right person. If they enable, you know, they should be able to enable you to be independent. But I do think more women are coming around to that.
And I feel like too, and I don't know if I'm, you know, it's gonna get me in trouble or not, but like, you know, a woman that's in her masculine all the time, it's hard to attract somebody that's in their masculine as well, you know? So I don't know if that's.
I like that. I'm sorry, I like that. I get off of that. But if you're in your like masculine, I'm my own person. I don't like nobody's gonna disturb my peace. I respect that. For me, if I'm able to come into your life and you're like, I could do bad all by myself, but with me in your life, you're like, okay, like I could breathe. Yeah, I could be right. That's probably got to be one of the most attractive things for me, because I do want, you know, I want somebody who's got their own stuff going for them. Right. But then they don't need me.
Yeah, I want to be coddled when I get nurture me.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So it may be a threat to some men.
Yeah.
But I think as men we all like a chase, but that's a high value woman, and she deserves to.
Yeah,
she deserves to be taken.
High value
She needs a high value. She deserves to be chased too. Somebody who allows her to be a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess the other one. I mean, are there any pitfalls in your like relationships that you've seen in the past that you've fallen into over and over again that you kind of had to get out of? I guess you already said.
Yeah, I'm an enabler.
Oh, okay.
I'm an enabler. Like I don't really have bad days, so I wake up and I'm happy as can be.
Yeah.
Like you'll never know if I'm having a bad day or not. But people make me happy. My person makes me happy. So I'm always just like showing up for my person. Like if you're having a bad day and I was having a terrible day, it's all about you, right? So always creating a space. I've always created a space for somebody in my life to where I enable traits that over time just become like bad traits.
Yeah.
To where they just don't know how to show up for me because they've never had to show up for me. And part of that is also, I created that because I'm always good. So when I do need somebody to show up for me, they don't know how to show up for me.
Yeah.
Right. So just enabling somebody, it's something I've had to step away from. And just saying I will no longer be an enabler.
Yeah.
Because in the long run, it hurts one person. It does hurt both of us. Because when I finally do communicate, you're like, oh, he's joking.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I just choose peace in my household for most of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Very peaceful household. It's
peaceful but exciting.
Yeah, but exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's one for you.
Get him, Isaac.
You go on a first date. You're not really into it, but she is. What do you do?
Oh, I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun. I wouldn't be on that first date if we didn't get on in the first place to begin with. So I do try to make sure I ask the proper questions. Like when I walk up, I know I'm hugging you. I don't have to be like, oh, what's going on? Unless it's a blind, like unless somebody sets me up on a blind date or something like that. If I willingly choose to go on a first date, I know I could sit down with this person, even if it wasn't in a romantic setting.
Yeah.
I know I can sit there with that person, enjoy the rest of our time, and communicate, hey, like I had a great time with you. I think we would be great friends. We get on well. Or if we're both just, I don't know how this is going, it's chill. Maybe we do have a second date and see if anything changes. Were you nervous? Was I nervous? Or whatever the case may be. But I've never really had like a bad, like, I know how, like, I could talk to anybody, right? Which is probably also an issue because it makes it tough because I didn't have a bad time, but we just weren't vibing on that level, right?
What about after? Like, say, after the date, you're not into it. She's texting you, and
is this happening in your life right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm just curious about his process. Like, she's texting you to go on more dates, and you're not into it.
Sometimes both. There's two ways I handle this. I will just be just like straightforward and transparent. Hey, I had a good time. I just don't think this is gonna work out, right? Or I don't think you're my person, right? I'm not in a space to be properly dating or whatever the main cause of why I'm not into it. I will more so address that and just say, hey, I had a good time with you, but I think it's more on a friendship level, right? I really wasn't feeling the vibes, the sparks. I wasn't feeling a sexual, romantic, chemistry, like whatever the case may be, I wasn't feeling that. So I would just communicate, hey, I wasn't feeling a romantic spark.
You ever chat GPT that?
Nah.
So you're not a ghoster. Sorry.
And then I have in the past been a ghoster to where if I'm trying to communicate with you, like I'm just not that into you, and it just proceeds, then you get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. Like I'm not. Or the proper, like I probably like forgot to text you, and I just never remember to text you again because you weren't a top of my priority in the moment. So I have been a victim of that. Not a victim of that, but I have been the person to ghost in the past because I just wasn't just that much into it. you got lost in my inbox somewhere, or I texted you, you didn't text back, and then you see me out, or you text me again later, and I'm like, it's been a week. It's been a week, you know. So I've done the ghosting, I've done the communicating, and then today I'm trying to be a lot better about communicating and having proper closure, because I think everybody deserves like, hey, like I thought we had a great time. What happened, right? And so at least giving a little like, hey, this isn't for me, or I'm currently going through it right now with somebody where I'm like, hey, like I'm into it, but I'm not really into it. But where I'm at in life today, it's not worth it to me. And I'm prioritizing like my career. I'm trying to do this and that and that. I have multiple projects going on right now, and that's going to take priority over it. And on the back end, in my own feelings, emotions, whatever relationship chemistry we have isn't worth it to me to put in more effort, right? So I just communicate, hey, I have a lot going on right now, and I'm prioritizing work, right? And I think that giving somebody a reason why that definitely does help with the situation. Do they listen?
We got Casper the ghost over here.
That's healthy. No, dude, I've had a few dates where like it went fine, but just afterwards, didn't feel much. And I get, just after the date, I didn't text her, she didn't text me, and that was that. So
I don't think that's ghosting.
That's not bad. No.
I don't think that's ghosting.
Yeah, I don't.
In a sense, also, I think we all have egos today, men, women. I think we all have egos. If you were the last person to text and you were thinking about me, you should probably just text me. Right? So thinking about somebody, waiting for them to text you and being okay with losing that person and not making the effort to keep that person in your life, that's a you issue, right? So even if I was the last person that texted and I'm like, you know what, I'm still thinking about this person today, I will double text. Like, hey, I hope you're having a good day, thinking about you. And just something simple, right? It doesn't have to be. And if you've made that known, like, hey, I am interested, and that person is continuously showing you that I'm just not that into it, at least you did your due diligence.
I just got 100 unread texts that he's just not replying back to. I'm sorry. No, this is Pub Up Isaac podcast. My bad. This is hype.
Hey, I'll take it. 100 girls are texting me. Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Dude, do you have a like a worst or most chaotic date story?
Not that chaotic. The most awkward. I have an awkward one.
Okay.
Like I said, I try to make sure I assess before I go on a date. But I was on a date and she was probably like 10 years older than me at that point. We're in Cherry Creek, grabbing some drinks. Before we got into Cherry Creek, we met up front, sat on a bench. She gave me she had a brief. Basically, she gave me a brief and she's like, I really don't like first dates, but I also don't like people. I don't like people knowing I'm on a first date even more, right? So I sit down. I'm like, okay, like I can understand being nervous about a first date. I can understand about being in an environment with a first date, but we get in there. Well, before we got in there, she was like, so I might say some things that make it feel like we're not on a first date. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? So we're grabbing drinks. We'll be in the middle of a conversation, and she was a good chat. That's the worst part. She's a good chat. And she's like, oh my God, remember when your mom...
Shut up.
Well, just in the middle of just to make it feel like it wasn't a first date. And I'm like, this is kooky.
Yeah.
Right? That's very kooky. And I was like, wow, and you're actually a great chat. You're really attractive. We get on well. You're mature.
That was her hang up. That was
and it was just like, I don't want to be interrupted every 5 seconds. But she would also interrupt herself. Like she's mid explaining something, mid talking about something.
She have Tourette's? Sorry. Sorry.
But yeah, she would just like stop conversations in the middle of conversations, and she's like, yeah, your dog really did do that.
Fucking no way.
There's no way. I promise you. I never saw her again. I think I probably did ghost that.
Dude, after she saw your mom, she already met your mom, met your dog.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was probably the most awkward, kooky, but for most parts, no, I try to.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I do want to go on that. That was a good one. That's actually hilarious, though.
It's not hilarious. It's not.
That's
hilarious.
like a skit that's a skit like in a sitcom or something. Yeah. I mean, so I want to see what are you looking for now? So I mean, give me your type. What's your type?
My type? Fine as hell.
Okay.
No, I know people say physical attraction isn't a thing. It is a thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But no, I want to be attracted. Somebody who I'm physically attracted to. Somebody who is extremely independent. Have their own things going on. A genuinely good person.
Yeah.
Goofy. Like, I work a lot. She whatever she does, but like I want to come home to my person and just like
you said not.
laugh.
You're not nonchalant. You're not.
No, I'm letting you know how I feel. Babe, what you doing?
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, what you doing?
It's
what
boring
we doing tonight?
If it's nonchalant is boring.
Yeah. No, so I'm very chalant. Like, you're gonna know. Like, if you're gonna know how I feel about you. So to be honest, like just somebody who's willing to also be there. Right, somebody who chalantly wants to be here. Who isn't afraid to be like, hey, this is how I feel about you, and make the effort to actually genuinely progress in a relationship. So genuinely good person. Somebody I'm attracted to. Somebody who's active. Right.
What is your attraction wise? Like what does the type look like?
What does my type look like? Active in some way. I don't care what you do. I'm a very active person. I don't care. If you're in the gym, if you're Pilates, you go on a 30-minute walk every day, just active and a healthy lifestyle. Probably my type. I like darker features. That's my type. Small tits, fat ass. That's also my type. I'm not paying for back surgery later. You feel me? But
It was so professional up until that was great.
But no, just like somebody like physically, like somebody who is active is extremely attractive because it tells me a lot about how you live your life. Right. It tells me you wake up and you look forward to doing something, right? And you get whatever you got to get done,
right?
And consistency, stuff like that.
Okay, great. Do your friends say you're good at picking partners?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Could have gone either way.
No. So here's it. So I have a lot of girlfriends. So the women that I've like dated, like this is probably my girlfriend, right? They're okay. They've loved those people.
Okay.
Dude,
is that hard though? Like bringing another gal in, and
she's like that's why I love an independent woman because I might be like, hey, let's go, let's go, hang out with my friends, or like, hey, come meet with my friends, and we pull up and there's like 4 women.
Does she ever have a problem with that?
I think no, not really. No.
Okay.
No. The biggest thing is if you have a friend in your the last person I dated, her biggest thing, she was like, I knew this before I came. Like I knew all of this stuff. If you have girlfriends and you've slept with any of them, let me know because I don't want to look stupid. And I'm like, you shouldn't have to look stupid, right? So that was probably the only thing she's ever mentioned. She's like, if you have a friend or somebody in like your vicinity that you spend time with, and I'm gonna be around them, let me know so I don't look stupid because somebody's whispering, talking about me behind my back.
What if you meet a gal and all of her friends are only guys? I mean, do you feel a certain way about that?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
You're a better man than I am.
Well, I'll never be with somebody I don't trust.
Yeah, right.
I've been that insecure person before, to where I got to a space where I'm very secure. And so I won't choose to be with somebody that makes me insecure.
Great.
And if you have a lot of guy friends and they're respectful of you, they're respectful of our relationship, you've known them for however long, I'm not bugging out about something until you give me a reason to bug out about something.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a very healthy answer.
He said
that's a very healthy answer. Okay. So I guess personality wise too, like
personality wise, honestly, just somebody who's well rounded.
Okay.
Right. If I've got a business dinner or event and you're there, I want you to be able to handle that. If we're just with my friends, barbecue, I want to know you can just like shoot the shits. Competitive, we play a lot of games. I was an athlete, like all of that stuff. So like you got to be competitive in like some way. Goofy. Like somebody who's goofy. Like I like goofy.
I need a sense of humor. I need more goofiness. I need you to be a tiny bit weird.
Yeah. like I got a little like drain you. I'm like, yeah, I like that. But yeah, honestly, just like somebody who's like well rounded and can just like adapt in like any situation. Knows when to be serious, like timing, the time and place. Knows when to be serious. Knows when to be wholesome. Knows when to be ratchet. Knows when to be like just one of the guys or like whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. I mean, do you have one more? I was gonna hit him with the last.
You mentioned one bad date, but do you? I mean, otherwise, do you have a bad date story you tell us?
No. I ask questions. I be asking questions, but I also like if I'm not vibing with somebody and things like that. I don't care how attractive you are. I'm not going on a date. Yeah. Like if I can't have a conversation with you, if we're not getting on well, if we're not mutually like vibing, I'm not trying to figure out. I'm not trying to figure out on a first date. Okay. So making sure I have like the proper conversations or like the proper vibes before I show up to a date is something that's like extremely important to me.
Okay. Nice. All right, dude. Last question. We ask everybody this, but why are you a catch?
Why am I a catch?
You got to brag on yourself.
This is odd. Yeah. Why am I a catch? Honestly, I think I'm in a space in my life where I can give anybody who's looking for a relationship a proper relationship. You get a little bit of everything from me. You got a stay-at-home husband, technically, who takes care of the household financially too. You get what I'm saying? So you do have somebody who's like extremely well-rounded, really wholesome, really patient. I've got to take care of 200 houseplants, 2 dogs. I know how to nurture, take care of people. So yeah, I think if you're looking for somebody who's like well-rounded, does a little bit of everything, understanding, patient, and is willing to invest in a person, I think that all those qualities make me a great catch. You know. Damn. I think I look okay too.
Yeah. Kossi, thank you.
If there's ladies listening, are the DMs open?
Where do they reach out to you?
I'm on Instagram. Primarily, I'm on Instagram. My tag is K_WOSSI, Kossi. TikTok is K_WOS. But I am back dating. I'm not gonna find my person sitting inside the house. Okay. So I am back dating. I have been on a couple of dates. And so yeah, like if you want to shoot your shot, shoot. And maybe one of those shots is my person. But I am. I'm pushing 30. I want kids. I want a family. I probably am not dating somebody under like 25 years old or anything like that because we probably just can't even vibe in a certain way. So somebody who's probably in a similar space.
You carry yourself very mature, I would say. Like, it doesn't sound like you're out, playing and doing all that.
Like, like I told
life in order.
And like even when I be outside with my friends. Yeah. But like I'm outside with my friends. Like you might see me on a table turning up. Yeah, okay. Or something like that, but it's like with my friends. You know what I mean? So I do know how to have fun. Like work hard, play hard, and just be a good person. So
there you go. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on, man. That was great.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate
some of the best answers we've gotten, and I don't say that for everybody. No, thank you so much.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all. This was dope.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, go ahead and like and subscribe, y'all.